You need passport and you need visa. Na mimi visa, the only visa that I know is the visa of the bank. I went to the bank of KCB. That one near Paul's Bakery.
Do you want me to be real?
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Stella, and for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for the love and the support that you have shown me on this channel. So in today's video, as the title suggests, I'm going to share with you a story of how I came to Malta. Before I start my story, I'll give you guys a brief description of this country where I stay. So this country, it's located in the southern Europe and it's a part of the European Union. This country, it consists of 3 islands. The main island is Malta, and then we have Gozo and we have Comino. The capital city of this country, it's Valletta. And then the Gozo one, it's Victoria, and the Comino one, mostly it's used for touristic purposes. People, they go there, tourists or the Maltese themselves, they go there to visit and swim. So also this country, it's 27 kilometers, the whole distance. And also this country is located in the center of the Mediterranean Sea. It's an island, so we are surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. So basically, that's a brief description of Malta, where I stay at the moment. So guys, let's begin with my story about my journey to Malta. My journey to Malta begins on 23rd of July 2015. During this time, as I was a student at my university branch KPA, I was studying as a teacher and I was on my last semester. So during this time, I used to go in the morning my lessons, and then in the evening I would go to church to sing choir with my fellow youths. We were practicing for the Catholic, how do you call it? For the competition, youth competition. So during this time, it happened to be that we were singing and it was raining heavily, and there were some visitors from Malta. They were doing their voluntary work, and these visitors, they had come a week before, but I didn't get a chance to meet with them because I was always busy with schoolwork and the thing. And only on Thursday is when we were doing the practice. And during this time, they were there. So while they were there, we were singing. And while we were singing, I noticed there was one, I will call them the Mzungu, or one of the Maltese who was there. He was looking at me so much. And I was like, or could it be that Mzungu amefurahia? I'm singing well. That's why he was staring at me. So I didn't bother, and I continued singing. And so I was like, someone noticed how I sing well. So while we were singing, we finished the practice, and then after the practice, the volunteers from Malta, they came, they introduced themselves to us, and from there we started our journey to go home. So while we were going home, this same Mzungu, he was with the priest. They were arranging some things on the notice board. While I was going, we were telling the priest bye, and I noticed this Mzungu, he was still staring at me. And while he was staring at me, I told my friend, this Mzungu, he's looking at me so much. He told me, we started laughing. He told me, I think he's interested in you. So for me, I didn't bother. And then they had finished the things with the priest, so we were waiting there and we all, with the other youths, we all started going home. And it happened to be that the volunteers from Malta, they were staying at the priest, and I was staying with my aunt, Mama Val, and my uncle, may his soul rest in peace. And it was in the same side. So all the Maltese and us, the youths, we all went together home. So while we were going home, this same guy, he joined us and started to talk to me and my friend and asking us how life is here in Kenya. And while we were conversing, we started to share how the life experience is both in Malta and in Kenya. So while we were talking, he told me he's a teacher. And for me, I was like, what? I'm studying as a teacher. So we started conversing about how teaching is in Malta and in Kenya. From there, we arrived we arrived at a place, and everyone had to go separate ways. So he went with his fellow Maltese to the priest, and I continued to my aunt's place. It was not so far. So it was a Thursday. So the next day, it was on 24th July. So during this time, since they had already stayed in Kenya for around 1 week, it was almost their last day. They were preparing for them to go back to Nairobi, and then from there they will go back to Malta. So on this day, the priest had organized many things. He had organized like a farewell party, and then we were also playing volleyball and the things. So during this time, while we were playing volleyball, me and him, we were not in the pitch, so we were just waiting so that we can change with the other players. So while we were waiting there, someone kicked the ball and it hit me very hard. And he came to me and he checked on me, and he was so kind and asked me, how are you? Are you hurt? I told him no. So after that, we joined the other players and we started to play against each other. So when we were playing against each other, I was making fun of him. Actually, I knew he was like always looking at me, and so I started to make fun of him. So during this time, while he was hitting the ball, I used to make a joke of him, Muzungu. So he hit the ball. When he's about to hit it back, I call him Muzungu, and everyone was laughing, and him too, he enjoyed being called. So on this day, we finished playing the volleyball, and then we had to go to church for the party. They were holding the party in a class they had built for the kids, for like a school, a small school for the kids in Kapiamit. So during that time, we had a party, we enjoyed, the youths, we were dancing and eating. They made a pizza for us and the things. So we started to exchange contacts with some other Maltese, and we talked. While we were interacting, one of my friends, Alphonse and Mike, they came and told me, Mar, do you know what? This Muzungu, he told them that he likes me, but he doesn't have the courage to tell me myself that he likes me. I was surprised during this time. No wonder he was looking at me and staring me. Nadhani, I thinking that I'm singing very well, but he had his own plan. So to my mind, I said, why don't I join him? So I sat next to him during the party, and we started talking and sharing the things. But he didn't say even one thing about he's interested in me. But I had already know that he's interested in me. But I had liked him too, so it's not just that's why I was making fun of him and the things. So during this time, we had our party, we enjoyed, we danced. There was some games were organized, we danced. And I used to be shy, and the others will pull me, come and join us. But I said no. So while we were during this party, other people, they had already know that he liked me, but no one, but he himself, he didn't tell me. So I will see some friends, they take photos of us together, and I'm like, what happened? But we continued talking, but nothing about boyfriend or girlfriend, nothing. So after the party, we finished, it was around 8 o'clock. We went home. During this time, I was so worried because I overstayed and I had not told my aunt and nothing. So I was very worried and tense. So during this time, we were going home as usual. While we were going home, when it reached a part where they were supposed to go to the priest and me to go to my aunt, he didn't go with the other fellow Maltese. So he followed me to my aunt's place, and I was very scared. I tell him, how can you follow me? It's at night and you don't know the place. I was worried like he will get confused and he wouldn't know his way to the priest. No, but he told me, don't worry, I'll take you. So he took me till my aunt get, and we bid each other bye. And during that time, he told me, tomorrow we'll be leaving to Nairobi. So please come and bid us goodbye. There will be other youths. I had not known that there will be other youths there. So I said, why not? So I'll join him. So during that time, we had not exchanged contacts with him, but I had exchanged contacts with the other. I don't know what happened. I didn't exchange contacts with him after all that conversing. So during that time, in the morning, I woke up, I washed the clothes quick, and then after I washed the clothes, I stayed a bit longer than it was supposed to be at 9, but I stayed around 9:30 is when I started to go. While there, I saw someone on the road down there. He was waiting for me. And when I arrived, he told me, you know what? I've been so worried and stressed. I thought you wouldn't come. But I was like, why are you worried and stressed? He was checking on the road if I will come and anything. And I was like, are you worried? And in my mind, I'm talking to myself, and you are not even together or something in a relationship. But I said, here I can sense something. So we went to the priest, and there were other youths. They were taking photos, and there was a van with another priest from Nairobi waiting for them. So while there, we took some photo, even me and him together. And from there, he told me, one thing I still remember, he told me, I will come for you. But he had not said if we are in a relationship or nothing. He told me, I will come for you. So from there, we said bye, and everyone went to their place. And during this time, the only thing is he wrote for me an email on a paper, and that's the only contact that I had from him. So we were just communicating. After he was in Nairobi, we were communicating a bit, just hello, and that's all, nothing much, because he had not said anything. So I didn't want to push myself to him or nothing. So, but then one day I said, I'm tired of communicating on email. It's better with the WhatsApp. So I sent one of the friend. I told her, please, can you help me with his number? And from there, he gave me the number, and we started chatting on WhatsApp. So after we chat on WhatsApp, we started just talking, how are you? How is Nairobi? Nothing much, no relationship or nothing. So from there, he went back to Malta, and I was in Kenya there, but there was nothing. So we just communicating day to day, that's all. So it happened to be one day, he sent me a message on WhatsApp, and he told me, I want you to come and visit Malta. Oh my God. I was like, no, how can I go to Malta? I have never traveled. I don't know any process of how the traveling goes. The only place that I know, the only place I know is from my village, home place, and to Eldoret. That's the only place. At Nairobi, I was not so good on it. Only once we passed to Nairobi when we were going for the music competition of Machakos there for the youths. That's the only place. So I was not good of the places. And I was like, what will I do? No, I don't know. I have never interacted with him much. How will I go to a place? I don't know. So that one, it held me back. I was scared. But he told me, don't worry. I will help you and the things, and we'll start to process the thing. So mimi nami nikasema, all right, I just gave myself hope. So there is one thing. While that one, though I had not told anyone that he had offered for me to go and visit him, no one I had told, so I just kept it to myself. But then he talked with the priest, and they had arranged something, but I had not known. So Mimi, he had just given me a brief thing. You need passport and you need visa. Now Mimi, visa, the only visa that I know is the visa of the bank. I went to the bank of KCB. That one near Paul's Bakery.